This is Max. The way I found out about Max was through a really good friend. She's actually my horseshoer. She knew that he had been seriously neglected. She knew that I'm trying to help at-risk horses and give them a second chance. She let me know his story and situation. Here it is. Max's neglect wasn't necessarily food related, but he was extremely dehydrated. The reason he was dehydrated was because his feet were so long and messed up that he could not walk hardly at all. So he would lay down a lot, and it was so painful for him to get up and get to water. We just both crossed our fingers in hopes that his little body was strong enough to pull through all of this. Here's another video of showing how he walks and how uncomfortable he is, how turned in his legs are. So after she got his feet trimmed down, this is how much better they look. You can see they're quite short, but they're still very turned in. So he needed to be on a really good mineral supplement to help his body heal, and this is one that we really like. It's got a lot of really good things in it. We also needed to start his feet off slowly, so we got some good supplementation. Horses that have been dehydrated are very prone to colic, so we had to be very careful when we started refeeding him. This is a mixture of the alfalfa pellets as well as the Nutrina feed that he got. It's very important to soak any kind of pellet, especially for a senior horse, so it leads to easier digestion as well as preventing them from choking. I kept Max at this barn. The stall on the left is where he would stay. It was a soft, comfy spot for him since he laid down a lot due to the pain in his legs. And to control the pain, we used a product called phenylbutazone or Bute. It's very similar to like an Advil or a Motrin for us. It's used for musculoskeletal issues such as arthritis. We were trying to keep him out of pain, but you do have to be very careful with that because if you overdo it, they can lead to kidney and liver failure as well as gastric issues. So we would also add a supplement called omeprazole that would help coat the lining of his stomach. I did not want him to get gastric ulcers and have a whole nother problem because that is so painful on top of what he was already dealing with. I got Max some little boots that I tried putting on his feet to help him hopefully have a little bit more traction on the snow, but it made it even more uncomfortable for him to walk. Took those off and just kind of let him be. We also needed to get his teeth done, which we did. We got him vaccinated and wormed. Something else that I also used for Max was castor oil. It's said to be great for arthritis. I would rub it along his legs in hopes that it would help relieve some kind of inflammation. I don't know how much good it actually did, but it's something that I did do for him. It was recommended to me by our vet and horseshoer to get Max out and about, so we would hook up the trailer, take him for a small ride, and then we would let him walk. Max would get to go on about 3 walks a week. I didn't do too many walks just because it's really uncomfortable for him, but I also know that he's not going to progress if I don't do anything. So we just took it slow and steady, and I wanted him to get out and see the other horses. He was a very shut down pony, didn't seem to want anything to do with the other horses. When you think about it, it's no different than people. Some people are shut down mentally, emotionally. He wouldn't really engage with anybody else. Part of me just wanted to jump inside his head and just see what he was thinking. Max was so defeated and just super down a lot of the time. You take a peek at your feet? But I was determined to not give up with it. I wanted him to find some kind of friend while he was here. But Max had a bigger fan club than he even realized. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh boy. Come on. As the warmer weather started to show up and spring was here, I wanted to get him bathed and cleaned up and have him looking better. Max's mane had gathered many mats over the years, and I wanted him to feel like a pretty, beautiful horse. This probably took me about 2 hours to get him cleaned up. He looked so much better afterwards. I couldn't believe that I had had Max now for 6 months, and he was still laying down so often, and you could tell he was in a lot of pain. When he went back to get his feet trimmed again, Cindy had a vet tech look at his feet, and she said there's no way that he will ever be able to live a normal life. This is something I do beat myself up for because I didn't get Max back to the chewer as soon as I should have. His ending would have been the same either way, but it's still an extra month or so that he was in pain that he didn't need to be. Max didn't have the ending I was hoping for, but he did get a lot of what I hoped for him to feel loved and peace, friendship, and that he mattered, and that was my goal. It's hard to say goodbye to animals, especially when you give them a lot of time. This was the day before Max had to be put down, and you could see he was still kind of staying away from me. I just wanted to pet him one last time and let him know how sorry I was. And he did. He let me touch his face, and I'm so grateful for that. And a few short days after his death, we got this beautiful rainbow in the sky.